Hi everybody. Join me today as I make a wellness soup. It's called a healthy soup or a healing soup. I've called it many different names. Of course, you're going to have my twist on it as per usual. But it's really simple and it's easy to throw together. So these are your ingredients that you need to have. All right. We have vegetable stock. We are not using all of that, by the way. It's 1.5 of those containers. Over here is cilantro, parsley, a whole red onion, and 1/2 of a large bulb of garlic minced up. Don't buy the minced in a jar. Please do it yourself. 1/2 of large Florida avocado that goes on in the end. 1/2 a lemon, mushroom, turmeric, crushed red pepper, thyme, olive oil, kale, salt and pepper. This is better than bouillon flavoring. This just kicks it up a notch. And we have some orzo pasta, okay? And here's the pasta and the water and the pan for your veggie. Okay, here we are. So, let's go ahead and take our knife.
Yeah, the knife.
Shh. And we're going to put this in the pot. I hope you can see that all right. I have this on a very low temp because I don't want it to overdo it. We're here to do this so that it releases the flavors of the garlic and the red onion. Okay, we're going to put that aside. Let me get you a better angle of the pot. All right. We're going to go ahead and simmer that stuff up. Now, while this is going, in here, we're going to get this water started so that it can bring to a boil for our orzo. So we're going to do this, okay? Just get those nice flavors released. Again, keeping it on a very low temperature because we want it to saute and release the flavors, but we don't want it to overcook because we still have other steps to take here to add to this before we're finished and before we put in all the rest of the stuff that go in the soup. So we're basically just doing this so we can release the flavors. Let you see that. All right, we're going to take a second, turn this down even lower, again, while we're waiting for this other stuff to go. And we're going to come over here and we're going to chop up our kale. Normally, I do a lot of chopping or do a lot of kale ingredients, but I don't bother to chop it fine. In this soup, you do want to chop it very fine. The point of the soup is health and wellness, not chunks and, you know, texture and stuff like that. It's all about the health of the freaking soup. All about that. So we want to get this as fine as we can, as much as possible. And we will add that in just a moment once all these other ingredients are doing better. It's really, really easy, and it makes you feel so good afterwards. This is great for fall, Christmas. It doesn't really matter the weather. But it's also really, really good when you're under the weather. So many antioxidants and fiber and iron and things in this soup with the different ingredients that really, really help the body to recover from different situations. Even just a good workout. And instead of having a smoothie or something super sweet or fattening or uncomfortable, whatever the case may be, you can have a wonderful soup. And it will give you a good and nice recovery. All right, we're going to start with this much right now. And we're going to go back over to our veggies and make sure that they're simmering correctly and ready for the other ingredients to be added to it. Yes, you can smell that. It smells really good. So it is definitely ready for its other ingredients now. We're going to put in our kale first. We're going to add our broth now. 1 full canister of this one. Leave that in there. Okay. And we're going to do half of this one. I don't have like a measuring, so I'm just kind of feeling my way through it by squeezing the box and kind of see where the liquid is. All right, good job. All right, now we're gonna put in our flavoring from the bouillon, or it's called better than bouillon, excuse me. And we're gonna use 1 whole tablespoon of that. And that's just gonna keep up the flavor, just kick it up really nicely, okay? Nothing fancy, just a really good flavor kick up. All right. Now this is the starting base of the soup. As you already know, if you watched any of my other videos, we go with the start and then we go to taste. Because sometimes base recipes are good for a majority of the people. But others like a lot more extra flavor, extra seasoning, or even spiciness, which isn't in every recipe. And I've actually added to this recipe myself. I put in extra vegetables. I want to put in extra kale once this part of it's done, and I know I can add some more. And cilantro is actually not a part of the base recipe, but I love cilantro, and cilantro has a lot of health benefits as well. So it's going to go on in the end with the avocado. So while this is sitting for a second, we're going to turn the heat up just slightly to the 6 on my dial. I already went ahead and added the pasta because the water was boiling. This is 4 quarts of water from my measuring cup here. And then 2 cups of the orzo. This should be more than enough. And I put in some olive oil in there as well so that it doesn't stick. So we're going to wait on that. In the meantime, we're going to add our seasonings. Seasoning number 1 is our turmeric. This is brand new, so I got to open it up real quick. Now, turmeric is very, very tricky, so you don't want to just use it. You want to measure it. So, I am using a half a tablespoon. I encourage you to look up the health benefits of turmeric. Okay, so you see that right there? 1. And 2. So I said half a tablespoon, but you can put a full, but my full is missing. So 2 of the halves is fine. It still makes 1.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your turmeric. Here we're going to go put in the thyme. Also a crucial ingredient. I have very much little left. I'm not going to bother measurement. I'm just going to finish it. But let's see how much it comes out to for your pleasure. Oh, see, there's a half of a tablespoon, and that's perfectly fine. Throw that away. And then we like spicy, so we're going to add our red pepper flakes.
Except for me.
So he's not drinking the soup. We are. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this out because, again, it could be really tricky. So I'm going to use my half again and just put in 1/2 of a tablespoon. That should be more than enough if you like spicy, unless you're really, really love spicy and you can kick it up higher than that. That's on you. But for the sake of our viewers who maybe just want a little bit of spicy, that's more than enough. All right. This is looking really good. All right, I'm looking at it, and for filling and texture, I want more kale. So this turns out to be a whole half of a bag of kale. Not sure of what size bag you guys have, but this bag is, let's see, Trying to see the measurement of it so that you have a starting point. Well, okay, it doesn't tell me. Not sure why. Oh well. Anyway, let's give you a good view of it. These are at Walmart in the section of where the vegetables are, produce, and I'm using half a bag. And yes, we're good. Okay, now we're ready for our pasta. If you can see over here, it's recommended that you only cook this to an al dente. So I would say give or take maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. You want to drain all your water off in the sink because this is going to continue to cook in the broth of the soup. So you don't need to overcook it initially or make sure it's completely cooked. So here it goes. We're going to walk that over to that bad boy and we're going to add it to the soup. All right. Now this is the crucial part, that when you get it all mixed together, stirring it very, very well, you can choose whether or not to add more flavor. Because again, now you have pasta in there. So on top of all the vegetables, the kale, and the oils and the seasoning that you put previously, it may change the flavor profile, right? So let's go in here after we've stirred it really good. And let's take a sip. Make sure the flavor profile there that we like or that we're comfortable to. That's really good. However, I'm going to add another tablespoon of the Beyond Bouillon, or Better Than Bouillon, excuse me. I just want a little bit heftier veggie flavor. It definitely does not need any more turmeric. You can taste that very clearly in here. But one thing I feel like it's missing, and this is where I kind of go with recipes and say, you know what, especially with the health benefits of this particular soup, I think ginger is really important. Ginger is good for your heart and cleansing out the blood, and it's also really great for your digestive system. So I'm going to get some of that because I happen to have it in the refrigerator. Yes, here we go. Now I'm going to take one small size piece like this, and I'm going to use my grater that I have for cheese, if I can find it. Sorry, this is the part where you don't plan. You just want something a little extra. Ah, there it is. Now when you're grating fresh ginger, you want to be very, 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 very careful, okay? I'm going to go down here and I'm going to slice it open on one side. Get some of that skin off, right? Skin you don't want. And then you're going to carefully put it over your bowl or a pot like this or bowl, and you're going to slowly grate it, okay? You can put in as much as you like. This is really a wing it. Okay. Knowing ginger pretty well, if I had to put a measurement on it, you can put like a full tablespoon. Again, if it's some a flavor and a taste that's, you know, pleasurable to you. If not, then, you know, hold it back. But this has such extreme benefits, and it would go so good in this soup. So this is where you wing it, and you add either more flavor or different benefits. Again, I'll have the full recipe and what I use in the show notes below. All right. Let's go back here, make sure it's off the back end of our grater. We don't want to lose any of that goodness. And I'm also going to go ahead and use the other half of my lemon. I actually love the lemon flavor and it's super good for you. So we're going to put that in as well. Okay guys, this is ready. You see it's nice to a good simmering boil. It's been there for about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes tops. And this is ready to serve. So we've turned it off. And now we're going to put some of this yumminess in the bowl right here. Okay, that's what it looks like before we put our final toppings on it. Come with me. Now we're here. So in this beautiful bowl, we are going to add our chopped cilantro and some more chopped fresh parsley. Okay, right on top. And then we're going to add, I'm going to actually put my avocado down a smear smaller so it's easier. And then we're going to add that to the soup right on top. And we're done. This is ready to go. I wish I had my official taste tester here, but he's in bed right now because he has to work third shift tonight. So he's not with me, but I will tell you for myself, this is completely yummy. Very, very good. I guarantee you, if you like any of the ingredients in this soup, you will enjoy this soup and it will make you feel a ton better after having it. And we have plenty of leftovers for other days. And if I need to, I could even freeze it and save it for another time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope this was simple enough for everyone to follow. And I hope you like my cooking videos because I love taking recipes. I love finding healthy recipes at that. And just overall, it's not about weight loss. It's not about being perfect in your body. It's just about taking care of yourself. Being comforted by your food, but also without going crazy and eating a bunch of stuff that's just not good for you. So I hope you enjoy this wellness soup. I certainly love it. And I hope you can share it with others. You have a wonderful and blessed day. Thanks for watching.